I'm Big Will Levinson here with Jeff Hinkle and Titus Cleveland because, ladies and gentlemen, this is the calm before the storm. It's very quiet right now, but it will not be tomorrow and the rest of the week as we're just hours away from the start of JUCO 2025. The Alpine Bank Junior College World Series will begin right here on this field Saturday morning. And guys, this is not our first tournament. You guys have been here a couple of years. This is my third JUCO. So many great moments, activities to do here at the Junior College World Series. What are some of the things you're most looking forward to at this tournament?
I mean, Memorial Day is always a fun one. The helicopter landing on the field before the game's always hype. It's always exciting. But I think just the atmosphere, just the hot dog is loaded. Yep. That whole the crowd atmosphere here is what I'm looking forward to.
There really is no tournament like it in Titus.
I'm looking for the moonshots, the rakes, the dingers, would you say? These boys out, the daddy hacks, that's what you're saying.
Yep.
These boys out here, they can rake, and I'm just looking forward to seeing the ball fly in this stadium.
Oh, it can fly plenty out here at Saplesio Field. I'm a food guy. Just all the food trucks out here, from the tacos, hogging the hay. It's so unique. You don't really get it throughout the year. So for me, just picking out, I mean, that's what it's about. That's what JUCO's about. That's what baseball is about. All the fans are going to be enjoying the food out here. But folks, let's not waste any more time. Let's get full in-depth analysis on every single team, all 10 of them, in the Junior College World Series. We begin with the 10 seed, the Eastern Oklahoma State Mountaineers, and there's no sugarcoating it. This team is the underdog, coming in a 31-25 record. Eastern battled plenty of adversity to get here, but head coach Drew Sebastian, in just his second season as head man, says this is a battle-tested group.
In reality, if we wanted to win 40 games, I could have scheduled a schedule that would allow us to win 40 games, but we wouldn't be here today if that was the case. I mean, we've played a lot of good teams. We tested ourselves, and this is a team that had to learn how to win first. So we went through a lot of ups and downs and losing a lot of close games, and that schedule paid its dividends at the end.
We all have a bond that nobody else has here. The power of friendship, as we call it. If we play Mountaineer ball, then we can beat anybody here.
The 9 seed is the Lakeland Lakers, and it's been 37 years since we've seen Triple L in town, and oftentimes for a team that has not been here in quite some time, it's hard to treat this like a business trip.
That's the tough part, because at the same time you talk about championship all day and you talk about what it means to be a championship. And yes, everybody wants to hold the trophy, but the big separation with this group is they've lived a championship type year, and they've excelled in the classroom, they've excelled on the field, they excel in the weight room, they excel together. So the big separators, man, is enjoy it, but here's the truth. We're playing with house money.
At 8, it's the team who had the shortest trip to the Valley, the Salt Lake Bruins. We spoke plenty Thursday about the local connections, like former Senior Maverick assistant coach Jason Crawford and former Montrose Redhawk Gage Wareham, but both shared the same sentiment. The Bruins are about toughness.
I mean, we are just flat out tough. I mean, we've been in some dogfights this year and had no business winning a few games that we have, and I don't know, I think that goes to show a lot about who we are as a program and, kind of what we're about.
We're tough. We like to earn respect rather than give respect. And the mentality and the approach that they've given and taken all year has been extremely professional. We've got a goal to achieve, and we put ourselves in a position to be able to achieve that, so I'm excited to watch them in a couple days and see what we can do.
The Mlennon Highlanders are the 7 seed and are here for the 4th time in 5 years and are the only team in the field with not 1 but 2 World Series titles, including in 2021. And even though Mlennon has not won a tournament game since 2022, they returned about half the roster from last year's trip. Experience that's truly invaluable.
The experience of last year helped these guys kind of prepare for this year, and really just learning the mental side of it, of being able to handle, hey, we're not trying to do too much. I think that was one of the things that we went into last year trying to do. We tried to come in and hit balls of 800 feet, and we lost our approach, but this year really stuck to it since August, and that's been kind of the big learning moment from last year.
The 6 seed is Florence Darlington Tech, back for a second straight year, and boy, were these Stingers entertaining a year ago. Flodar was never out of the game. Down 8-2 in the 6th to Southern Nevada, the Stingers surged back to win it 9-8. Then 2 days later, down 18-9 in the 7th, Flodar exploded to take the lead 19-18 in a very memorable game, and it seems like the comebacks have continued this season for the Cardiac Kids of Flodar.
Regional and the East District. I mean, we were like one game we were down like 8-1 or something like that, and we came back, and I never had like a doubt in my mind, because I mean, we did it last year. I mean, I knew we could do it again. And then East District, we were down in the championship game, and I still didn't have a doubt in my mind. I knew the guys were going to do their job, and we were going to do our job and find a way to win.
Everybody who was here last year just telling the new guys you just got to be hungry. We're all hungry for it. You know, we all want it. You know, nobody can really stop us if we're on our game.
And folks, I hope you enjoyed the first 10 through 6 teams. Stay tuned after the break. We'll have the top 5 coming up right after.
To the top 5, and the Shelton State Buccaneers are one of 3 Buccaneers in this tournament. The boys from Alabama are back for an 8th-time overall and 3rd year in a row. And of course, the Bucs are led by the ever-experienced 2024 JUCO Hall of Fame inductee Bobby Sproul at head coach.
It never gets old, and it's a reward for your guys playing good all year. That's what people don't understand. There are a lot of good teams in junior college nowadays, but everything's got to work out to get through tournaments nowadays. It's not like, okay, there's a team going to walk out there and walk right through a tournament, and everybody's competitive, and that, you know, it shows that your team must have played good.
And after winning just a game in each of the last 2 tournaments, the Bucs have changed their style a bit this year as they lead the nation with a 2.79 ERA.
We play a different style. We play pitch, defense, score some.
The 4 seed was the top seed a year ago. Johnson County is back for a 3rd straight year. Only them, Mlennon and Shelton State, can say that. And well, after winning their first game last year, the Cavaliers had a pair of outings to forget, getting outscored 32-3 to end their season.
Well, first off, appreciate you reminding me of last year. That makes me in a great mood right now. But no, I mean, the experience is tenfold. You know, a lot of times when you come here with new players, they get overwhelmed just because it is such a great experience. And you know, sometimes when you get overwhelmed, you try to do too much. You try to do something or be somebody that you're not. So we're just trying to remind these guys, hey, you know, even though it's a big spotlight, like stay with what you did all year long. Don't try to do too much, and just kind of repeat the success you've had all year long. It seemed a lot more business-like this time around, where, you know, when we got seated, like guys were, you know, kind of lighting it up like it was Hollywood and loved being on the screen. But you know, this year they didn't really care what they got. They came here to win some baseball games. So, you know, I think from that aspect of it, yeah, this team likes to have fun and joke around. But, you know, I think they're coming here to win. And as dumb as that sounds as kind of a strategy, you know, I think it was a lot better this year than it was last year.
Welcome to Grand Junction to the Buccaneers of Florida Southwestern, the only team in the field to be making their first ever trip to JUCO. But one of the Bucs' top hitters, Luke Orphy, who has 71 total hits, raking in 41 runs this season, was here last year with the Georgia Highlands Chargers, and Orphy is focused on really enjoying his time here this year.
I think this time around I can really just soak it in more and enjoy it because I've already been through it. Last year I was here, it was just a lot of pressure at first, but our goal was to make it to Junction, and whatever happens here happens. It's kind of just bonus baseball, and if you just enjoy it, I think that's the best way to go about it, and we'll have more success doing that.
And as much as I love Georgia Highlands uniforms last year, I'm going to have to agree with Luke here. It is hard to beat this Bucs look.
We had some really cool jerseys last year, but you can't beat our colors here. I'm taking the Bucs.
The 2 seed is the defending champions. Back for a 3rd straight year is the Mlennon Buccaneers. 7 returning players from last year's title run, including a man who hit 5 home runs at Supplesio Field a year ago, tied for the tournament lead, Caden Ferrara.
You know, this park and this place is awesome. I mean, I'm so glad to be back. I love this place. All starts with brotherhood and loyalty to one another. Like, you know, we have a brand new separate group of guys here this year. You know, we lost a couple really key guys, and, you know, the brotherhood and loyalty kind of stays there. And the guys that were here last year, like myself, had to teach those new guys how to do what, you know, Blinn does. A lot of younger guys here, and, you know, they're fresh and hungry and ready to go, and I feel like that's kind of where we have the one-up, is because we're all so good and we have some guys that just want to win. So, you know, obviously the older guys that have been here last year, a little more calm, cool, and, you know, kind of collective. We've been here and done it before, but, you know, obviously those younger guys are going to lift us up, and, you know, we're going to play good, hard baseball.
Ferraro's been a huge impact on this group as far as leadership in the locker room. I mean, really you couldn't ask for a better guy to be back in your dugout than him, because he's such a good kid and such a hard worker, and, you know, he was telling stories all year and, you know, really prepared these guys.
And finally, the top seed in the tournament is the Appalachian District champion, Walters State Senators. And this is about as worthy as a 1 seed as you will see. Walters has been dominant all season long. 55 wins, just 6 losses, leading the nation in hits, batting average, and home runs. But Coach David Sheldon, he doesn't care about seeding.
I don't get too tied up with the seeds. I think there's 10 teams out here that could be the number 1 seed. That's what I've told our guys. There is no number 1 seed. It's it's just like it's always been. You get out here, this is 10 of the best teams in the country.
And well, you can't talk about this team without mentioning this man, Tyler Myatt, the unquestioned best hitter in the nation, tops in batting average, hits, and home runs.
What Tyler's done this year, I mean, we've seen some really good years. In my 22 years there at Walter State, this one it's wild to watch. I don't know if he feels like he's living in a dream, but I feel like I'm living in a dream watching what he's done, because I've never seen someone just get hit after hit after hit.
Coming into the fall, I was like, no one's better than me. Kind of have the, I'm the best mindset no matter what. Like, that's all it is in the batter's box. It's just mental.
Man, so many great teams, so many great players. This is going to be an incredible tournament. I love this field. Any one of these 10 teams can take this one home, but we got to have predictions here. Jeff, who over who in the JUCO World Series?
I like Walter State over Florida. Walter State, hottest team coming in. They've won 21 straight games coming into the tournament. I don't think that stops here. I think Walter State rolls to a championship over the Stingers.
It's coming in. It certainly could be that way. The Senators are absolutely a juggernaut in Titus.
I'm taking Mlennon over the Walter State for this one. I think they learned from last year what they didn't do well. They're coming back here focused, determined, looking to win it all.
All three of us do have Walter State in our final, but I'm going to take the boys from Florida. Florida Southwestern. I'm a Florida boy. I love the South Atlantic District. So much great competition there. Central Florida winning it 2 years ago. Florida Northwestern coming in second last year. Florida Southwestern over Walter State in the championship. It's going to be an incredible tournament. All begins Saturday morning, 9 a.m. right here on this field. We'll have coverage all week long for you right here on KREX. But for Jeff Hinkle and Titus Cleveland, that's all our time for sports. I'm Big Will Evanson.